have like a leg up, like as a because of Rebecca's cat leaper, like a leg up. Yeah, yeah. It's a beach planet, so there's gonna be fan service for the boys, for the men of culture, like. So what's up, guys? It's AAA or Alex's Anime Art, and I'm back with another video. And today we're gonna come back with a Eden Zero video on chapter 69 through 113, or volumes 9 through 13. I wish they had volume 14. I would have included it, but they don't have it out in English yet, so that's too bad. But from the looks of this manga, it looks like season 2 of the Eden Zero anime is gonna be super lit. So I'm really excited about that. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. So I have to say this right now because the last video on Eden Zero, that love on the last video was crazy. I said it in the channel update, but I have to mention it again. Since this is an Eden Zero video, I just have to say it again because like that was just insane. It was like the fastest growing video that I've ever had on the channel, and it's probably already around like 700 views now. Hopefully it gets to 1,000. I really want to get to 1,000. But yeah, thank you guys. That was insane. That's crazy. I appreciate it. But for this video, I'm going to be covering the Belial Gore arc, the Planet Red Cave arc, and I'm also going to be covering the beginning of the Planet Foresta arc. And yeah, that's what they have out with the manga right now. So I really have to say that I think Mashima this man is insane. This man is crazy with what he did. But first, I'm going to talk about how he introduced us to the Element 4. He introduced us to someone named Laguna, Sylph, Fie, and Daichi. Fie is fire, Daichi is earth, Laguna is water, Sylph is wind. And oh yeah, for the people who are talking about Mashima not having character designs anymore, running out, I'm like, you can go somewhere. I'm not gonna get super toxic. I could say more about that, but I'm just saying Mashima is not a character design.
How, Sway?
But pretty much around the beginning of that arc, they end up in a fight. They start scrapping, and it ends up terrible, really bad. And I'm just gonna say that also something happens to Wise, and it involves a little chop if you know what I mean. But like, it's pretty bad. It gets pretty dark, and I didn't expect Mashima to do that because. Like, oh yeah, and just to say now, there are gonna be some big spoilers ahead. I'm even about to say one right now. Big spoilers ahead in this video, so you've been warned that there are gonna be spoilers because like I really would need to say it this video because I held back on the last video. There's no holding back on this video, pulling no punches. So, bro, it's crazy. Shiki actually dies. Shiki is dead. He died. But he's not really dead. It's like pretty much what happened is that he died in World 29, but with Rebecca's Ether Gear ability, she can hop back in time with her ability called Cat Leaper, and her Cat Leaper ability also increases her leg abilities like her speed, her kicks, and like jumping and things like that. But the thing about that is she can also hop back in time. So once she hopped back in time, she created World 30. But Shiki is still dead in World 29. And someone actually mentioned that in the comments on the last video too. And that was like a good thing to still remember because Shiki pretty much is still dead in that world, which is crazy. And I really just didn't expect Mashima to go there, and it got like super dark and it's super crazy. But pretty much after Rebecca hops back in time and she creates like a World 30, we get around 2. Everybody's ready, everybody's prepared, and I guess they have like a leg up, like because of Rebecca's cat leaper, like a leg up. Yeah. I mean, okay, I'll stop. My bad. I'll stop. But yeah, they get around to Witch, which is the shield of the Eden Zero, turns gets a new battle mode, and so does Sister, the Life of Eden. She gets her battle form of battle dress. So does Hermit, same thing. And the new Sword of Edens, which is Homura. Pretty much everyone starts going crazy. Um, since they're ready now, it's a pretty much a way easier fight. They pretty much have to go and defeat Draken Joe. During that fight, Shigi activates a new ability, um, or I guess more so of a new form called Overdrive, which is an ability that changes the structure of ether in the body and pretty much just activates a new form. Has to cut off Draken Joe's life support. They have to cut off his life support because for him, he couldn't live past a certain age or something like that, and to live past the age that he wanted to live to, he had to start stealing life from other people. That's pretty much what his life support machine does, which is kind of messed up and kind of messes up like some people, and also something happened to one of the characters' mothers too. I'm not gonna really like spoil that, but something happens to one of the characters' mothers where their life gets taken away and one of the characters' moms dies because Draken Joe is around here stealing life from people, which is just kind of messed up and not right. But he's greedy. He wants it all. He wants to steal life. So pretty much, yeah. After that happens, Shiki defeats Dragon Joe with the new Overdrive ability, and yeah, that pretty much sums up the end of that arc. And then now they're pretty much off to Planet Red Cave. Planet Red Cave is it's like a beach planet, which kind of threw people off, or kind of threw the Eden Zero crew off when they got there, because like if it's supposed to be the fire planet Red Cave and it looks like a beach, you're like, huh? But like, I guess that's pretty much what happened. That's what the planet looks like. And once they get to Planet Red Cave, and there's it's a beach planet, so there's gonna be fan service for the boys, for the men of culture, like that's just how it is. That's what happens with the beach episodes, or it's not an episode, it's a chapter, but you know what I mean. That happens, but they're pretty much there to find a clue to get to Mother, because the Eden Zero did have something about Red Cave in their log, but the data on Planet Red Cave was pretty much wiped, and they don't know. They pretty much starting out from scratch there. All they know is that the ship did go to Planet Red Cave because Hermit was able to recover some of the data, but it's not really all of it intact. So they kind of got it a bit easier, but I don't know how much that's gonna help them. Maybe Hermit can do some more stuff with that in the future. But yeah, they meet Nadia, which is I think she's a guardian of the temple that holds the clue to Mother. She's connected to a cable. She can't leave, or else that she'll die if she disconnects from that cable. But yeah, she holds the key to the Mother. Nadia is sitting there waiting for over 200 years for like a human, her lover, like, which is a human, to come back, and she doesn't understand that humans cannot live for more than 200 years, or even 200 years. That just doesn't happen. And she still thinks that Andrew is like gonna come back, and which has to break the news. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. That can't happen. Humans can't live for that long. And pretty much that arc, it kind of explores the theme of like love, and like if androids have hearts, and if they can like really feel emotions. And that's pretty much the messages they tried to get across through the end of that arc, when Nadia finds Andrew's body in the ship, and it kind of gets emotional. It's a beautiful moment. She starts crying. And yeah, like I really did like the theme that Mashima explored there, and they left with one of the traces, or one of the clues to Mother. And then next they're off to the planet Foresta, which is pretty much like the inverse of what we've seen, and it's like pretty much humans that are subservient to androids. humans being walked on leashes and all that. I saw it, kind of threw me off. And there was a funny part in the manga where like Happy and Pino had to pretend that they had subservient like human pets, and that kind of speaks to like the culture and like the ideas or sort of ideologies they have on that planet. It might be like some sort of sign of revenge that they're trying to get against humans, and maybe something like that. I don't know, but from what I read so far, they only introduced us to the planet Foresta, and I really need that volume 14 to come out in English. I think it comes out December 21st, so I'm gonna try and get that. But yeah, those have pretty much been my thoughts on the chapter 69 through 113 of Eden Zero. Still pretty good so far. Eden Zero, once again, peak fiction. Still great. Mashima, you're the goat. But yeah, those are just been my thoughts on the arcs that I covered so far. Belial Gore, Planet Red Cave, and the beginning of Planet Foresta. So yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on the bell, and yeah, guys, it's AAA or Alex's Anime Art, and I'm out.